Star Wars Rebels. This season 2 premiere, and this episode's 2 parts, but they flow right into each other, so I'm going to talk about them as if they're just one episode, because they basically are. And I believe when they premiered on Disney XD, they kind of just premiered as one episode, so why not treat them as one? This episode is called The Siege of Lothal. The Rebels, after the events of Season 1, have kind of just worked with the other Rebel Alliance, which is just kind of run by Ahsoka, which we saw a little bit of at the end of Season 1, and we saw some of the other members in Season 1 as well, but we didn't really get a full sense of them, and now we get a full sense of them, and they're kind of working together, and the Empire sets a trap, and they go back to Lothal, and Lothal is just ridden with the Empire. There's no way out, and they are in huge trouble, so they, and they managed to make it out, but they're also tracked by Vader and all this crap. Basically, the point of this episode is to set up that there are going to be more Inquisitors, that Vader's going to be a problem, and Ahsoka and Vader both know that each other are alive. Which I think is interesting. Besides that, there really isn't that much interesting character moments. It's just more of, wow, these characters are alive and together. I like that. But what is there to say about this episode exactly? I mean, it's cool. I don't really like Vader being in this show because, number one, our characters are not that big of a threat, if you really think about it. They just steal. There's a whole episode in Season 1 about them just stealing fruit, where the stakes is they might not get the fruit. And they steal the fruit from the Empire, but they're not doing anything that bad. You compare this to the actual, resistance and all that crap. It's like night and day. These characters, Kanan, is a Jedi. I can see why they want him dead. But everyone else in this show is not that big of a threat. Vader, number 2, later on in this season, this is kind of a spoiler for the rest of the season, which I'll be talking about. He kind of just up and leaves at a certain point at the end of Season 2. And he's not in Season 3 or 4. And it's kind of like, well, that's terrible writing, because Vader would see them as more of a threat. And I just don't understand why he left. It's a lot of bad writing here. And I think this is a better season because of the things that happen. There's more story and all that kind of stuff. But I just don't feel like this episode was really all that special. I mean, yes, the Ahsoka and Vader stuff is all interesting and I like it, but I mean, it's not worth all that bad writing to me, though. So, but I don't know. I think this episode is fine.